Good morning, students. Uh, in our previous lecture, we complete our chapter number first, that is Introduction to Metrology. Today, we'll start chapter number second, that is Standards and Comparator. This chapter is also for 10 marks, and it divides into two sections: standards and comparators. So, standard part is for 5 marks, and comparator is for 5 marks. So let's start our chapter number second. Standard. The term standard is used to designate universally accepted specification for a quantity. In India, BIS, Bureau of Indian Standards, is responsible for metrological standards. So standards, that means the universally accepted. So if we use some unit, then the unit is accepted worldwide, called as standard. So that is standard. Next, line standard. There are the two types of standards, three types of standards: line standard, Ain standard, and wavelength standard. These are the three types of standards. So first one is line standard. When distance is measured between two lines are called as line standard. So it is used for quick measurement. Line standard is easy to use. Then in that type of line standard, there is a chances of parallax error during measurement. So example, if we take measurement of length with steel rule, or measurement of temperature with thermometer, that means there is uh, contact between two lines. That's why there is that's why it's called line standard. Next one, end standard. When distance is measured between two surfaces, it is known as end standard. So end standards are costly, it takes more time for measurement. Then surfaces of end standard are to be protected, they are used for calibration purpose. Then end standards are accurate up to 0.005 mm. So when the distance measured between two surfaces, then the standards are called end standard. Next one is wavelength standard. When monochromatic lights rays are used for measurement, such type of standards are called as wavelength standard. So they are highly accurate, it is not affected by environment, it is not required to be stored, and it is not destroyed, it is easy to transfer, easily available in laboratories. Cadmium 114, krypton 86, mercury 198, these are the some light sources. So if we use light sources for measurement, then such type of error are called as wavelength standard. After that, there is another question always asked in exam: differentiate between line standard and end standard. So today we'll see differentiate between line standard and end standard. So first one is accuracy. So it is limited plus minus 0.2 mm, and it is low. So in case of end standard, it is plus minus 0.001, and it is accuracy is high. Then time required. So it requires minimum time in case of line standard, and in case of end standard it requires more time. After that, error occurred. So chances of error in line standard, parallax error are occurred, and in case of end standard, the ringing error are occurred. So line standard process is easy, and end standard process is difficult. So cost, if we go cost wise, then the cost of line standard is less and cost of end standard is high. Example, steel rule and slip gauges.